kind of slow moving this morning, but that's okay. He didn't think he was hungry, then he decided he is, and at first he wanted me to just do a mobile order and go get it, and then he decided as I was getting ready to go get it that he wanted to come. So we went ahead and got dressed. We went ahead and did swim gear because I think his wish is after. Did I say lunch too? I said lunch, didn't I, Teddy? I meant breakfast. Right, so that was his actual wish for today, is he wants to do some swim time this morning because we have tickets to Typhoon Lagoon's H2O Glow tonight, but we're due for thunder showers again, pretty bad. So we're thinking that might not be a go for us tonight. So he'd like to get in swim time this morning. So we're gonna go up and have our breakfast, and then we'll come back and then maybe get ready to go for a swim. This is gonna be like our area. We sat actually in the little section right behind us for lunch yesterday. Then we sat here for supper last night. This is the spot Teddy wanted for breakfast. So it seems to be the Teddy preferred area, these comfy little couches here. So he's gonna tune in and play some Kindle. It's really busy right now. So even when you put in a mobile order, you're not gonna get it to come up immediately. I still have about 10 minutes before I can log in and say that I'm here. So I'm gonna get drinks first. Our order is up. If I had known Teddy was gonna come up with me, I would have had it plated for here. But once you already set it to go, you can't really go back in and change it. So Teddy has now upgraded. He doesn't get the kids meal on the breakfast anymore. He really likes the adult meal for the Mickey waffles. And I don't know if it's a difference between All-Stars and Pop. At Pop, when I got this for him, I got to choose 2 sides of bacon and not the potato barrels. On the mobile order, I didn't do that mobile order either, but the mobile order here did not let me choose that option. I could do bacon and sausage, or like bacon and potato barrels. So Teddy said he was fine with that. So here is Teddy's meal. P.S. Just for curiosity, he doesn't like syrup or any kind of condiment, really. So he just eats everything as is. I did the plant-based breakfast quesadilla that has like the plant-based meat, plant-based, fake eggs and all of that. It looks a little bit better than the one I had at Pop. And sadly though, especially doing mobile order, the only choice I have is potato barrels. Really wish I could choose fruit as a side with this option, because sometimes I really don't want the carbs of the potato barrels. I'd rather have fruit that gives me a little bit more nutrition than potato barrels, but it is what it is. So I take it as it is and just try to do a little bit better, and it is vacation. All right, folks, we are going to go up to the Fantasia pool and go for a swim. I'm not going to take recording equipment with me because would only record for a couple of minutes, and then I wouldn't be able to keep eyes for safety from someone stealing the GoPro. So we're just going to go enjoy a nice swim together, but I'll try to later in the video do a walkthrough and show you the pool. Well, good afternoon, folks. Earlier, I don't know if I mentioned it or not, that Teddy and I have tickets for the H2O Glow at Typhoon Lagoon tonight. However, we really have a nasty forecast. So Teddy has opted for a different activity. He's just gonna toss in the towel and he's gonna go to his first movie theater experience. Huh, Teddy? Yeah. We're gonna go, and I'm throwing this into the vlog because if you do have like a rainy day at your resort stay, or too hot, or heck, in the winter sometimes maybe too cold, you do have an option. There's a nice movie theater at Disney Springs. It's an AMC theater, and they even have what's called like a dine-in theater where they will bring the popcorn and stuff to you. So Teddy and I are going to see, I think you pronounce it Elio? Is that how you pronounce it? It's one of the new Disney movies coming out. Yeah. Are you ready?
I am.
Are you excited?
I am.
All right, so I'm not really going to film a lot of that, but I will check in later and tell you how he liked it. But I just thought it would fit here in our resort tour because say you do have a rainy day and you're looking for a different inside activity to do. Hop on a Disney Springs bus and go down to the AMC theater. The movies were a success. We've come back now to All-Star movies. I grabbed Teddy an Uncrustable meal, got him back to the room. He really did great at the movie theater, and he put his all into it, and the movie itself was great. So with putting, you know, he had so many nerves going into it, and then, you know, so getting so into the movie, he is now really spent. So I grabbed, because lines were long up there, I didn't want to make him wait in line, so I ran up and grabbed his food through the line real quick, and then got him back in the room. Now I'm gonna go get my food. I just thought this made a really cool shot to update you with. So really not sure what the weather's doing. One weather channel app says no rain coming. AccuWeather says it is. It looks to me in the distance like it could be possible. So I'm not regretting not going to H2O Glow, I guess. This is the famous partway home stop on a trash can and film because it's where lighting is the best. Trying something new tonight. This is a plant-based dish. So these are plant-based meatballs. It is the Mediterranean quote-unquote meatball, and it has a couscous salad, pickled red onions, cilantro, and those are supposed to be like cauliflower pita. So that means it's not bread. It's like like in other words, if you did a cauliflower pizza crust, it's cauliflower pita. So that's pretty good looking. Teddy sent me up, and he wanted one of his cups of mac and cheese done too. And of course, then I did a soda refill. All right, now time to get back to click out the room. Here is my breakfast this morning. I went with something a little different. I did the avocado bowl, which has the potato barrels, scrambled egg, cheese, avocado, scallions, pico de gallo, and it does come normally with black beans as well, but I asked for the black beans to be removed, and the top might be a little smushed because I did bring it back with a lid on it. But just to give you an idea of another offering there, Teddy had his usual Mickey waffles with bacon. So we are coming out here by our, look at the little checkers down here with the Mickeys on them here by Rex. Hi, Rex.
1, 2,
Bo. Now you can see the blocks saying Buzz. And then this end is our building. We are by Buzz Lightyear. To infinity and beyond. This is the back side of the door here that leads into Andy's room and Bo. Hi, Bo. Yeah, we will. I was just getting this section too. There's a couple checkers down here by Bo. You want to go in between the blocks? Yeah, do you fit? Does a teddy fit? You do. Look at that. So of all of the All-Stars all like smashed together, the Toy Story area is one of my favorites. We were going to show you those checkers too, but there was another family playing on them, so I didn't want to disturb them. But Buzz looks kind of cool with the storm clouds behind him. And true to form, Woody is marked with Andy on the bottom of his boot. So the opposite end of us, the big icon, is Sheriff Woody. These blocks over here say Woody. Teddy was just peekabooing from them. And then here is like the window. It would be on the opposite side of Andy's room. And I just wanted to show you for location purposes, this is the back end of this resort as well as the back end of all the All-Stars. And the stairways are the big buckets that hold the toy soldiers there, the Green Army men. So when you get to the end of the Toy Story section, you're at the end of All-Star movies and the end of the All-Stars. So we're going to turn around. Teddy said he wanted to try to also do the Love Bug section before we go eat. Well, we'll see, because I know you're hungry, and we do have to watch those clouds, Teddy, because there is lightning in the area. Look, yeah, they look fierce, honey. When you look north. Right, so we're gonna do what we can. Our goal was to come out before supper and finish our resort tour, but we do have lightning about 10 miles away. Should we go grab an umbrella, Teddy? No? Okay. Could be raining when you're done dinner. Are you just gonna hold out and wait for dinner? I mean, wait for the rain to be done? So basically at the front of the Toy Story section, you are greeted with our seat, and you kind of already saw us sitting in this yesterday before we went to the movies. But Teddy wanted to sit in it again. Cutie pie. So these sections, these All-Stars are actually smaller than Pop Century or Art of Animation. But then when you put all of them, you know, together. Not separately, they're not, Teddy, honey. Each All-Star itself is smaller than Pop Century. Oh, here at the edge, front edge of the Toy Story section, not far from the main building, is the playground for this resort. And there are other families in there playing, so I'm going to be respectful. I just wanted to show you where it is. Teddy's gone in to take a little run around, and if I can show a few clips of him, I will. And we just had it. I just saw a strike of lightning to our north, so we are going to go ahead and take a break and go in and have our final supper here on Disney property for this trip.
Yeah.
So hopefully maybe the storm will pass before we're done dinner, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, they have not cleared out the pool yet, so lightning is not within 10 miles. I don't know what I saw, if I saw just a reflection, but we're gonna try to come down and do Love Bug section, huh?
Yeah.
As you can see, they have not cleared out and closed the pool, so that means there's not lightning within 10 miles. We'll roll down here. So the two buildings that are right here in the center by the main pool are the Fantasia section. That building over there, and then this one with the Nutcrackers. I really like the one with the Sorcerer's Hat. If I was to ever stay in the Fantasia section, I would love to stay with my icon being the Sorcerer's Hat. That is super cute. It looks really good right now with the storm clouds behind it, doesn't it, Teddy? Matter of fact, we should get a photo of that, shouldn't we?
Yeah.
So that's good. Our friend Kim just texted us, and she made it safely home to Tampa without any rain hitting her yet. I love that Sorcerer's Hat. I can feel the change in the winds, though. I do have a feeling it is coming upon us soon, Teddy. So now looking back up, Fantasia pool. All right. Do you want to, let's walk on the main walkway here. I was smart this time. If you've heard me mention, I injured my hand when we went bowling the other day at Universal's Cabana Bay Beach Resort. So I've been hurting trying to film with my iPhone, but I finally smartened up and charged up my GoPro so that I could do a good resort tour for you guys. It feels a lot better on my hand to just hold the little spongy stick of this GoPro instead of my phone. Oh, there's where the fire pit is, Teddy. I was wondering where the fire pit was for this resort. So most resorts, I believe pretty much all of them, have fire pits. And when the weather allows, when we're not having a lot of thunder showers and stuff, they do usually do a nightly campfire. And the little circles that Teddy is circling around on, they have those there so that the cast members can tell you to stand on the circles when you're roasting your marshmallows, so that you have a safe space between you and the fire pit. But they do, it is usually free of charge. If you want to do just a marshmallow, that is. If you want s'mores fixings, there is an additional charge for s'mores fixings. But to just roast a marshmallow or two, you can do that free of charge. There's a whole crew down here of youth in all the same color t-shirt. So that's a good little note for me to remind you. These all-star resorts are famous and notorious for youth groups of all different grade levels and ages and varieties. You can have bands, you can have dance teams, gymnastics teams, cheer teams, other youth sports. You can have all kinds of groupings. For the most part, I've never found much trouble staying here the same time they are, unless it is like Pop Warner week or something, and then it really can get super crazy. So now we have left the Fantasia section and we have come to the Love Bug section. And for those of you my age, you know Herbie. Teddy, not so familiar. I mean, he knows it's the Love Bug section because he's been at this resort before, but he's never seen the movie. He doesn't really know anything about it, but yet he does love cars and racing and that. So he really loves to come just check out Herbie, have his picture taken by Herbie. And the Love Bug section would be the back end section of all-star movies going in this direction. If you were to go out behind Teddy, you would just come to a parking lot. And then they have Herbie over here for that building, middle part, and the same thing over here for that middle part. All right, you want a photo?
I do.
Just giving you a view of what it looks like if you're walking towards the main lobby area coming from the center of the Love Bug section. Of course, you have the racing flags. Looking back up through the Fantasia section, looking at the fire pit, and then of course beyond that, the pool. So we're gonna come up to this side, and yeah, so far they have not cleared the pool. So we're gonna go ahead and try to walk towards Mighty Ducks and see how we do. Getting a more up close and personal look with the sorcerer hat here. And you can walk into the sorcerer hat. I am filming you, sweetheart. Look at you go. You're in the sorcerer hat. Want me to come inside? Okay, here we go. Look, that's really cool. They were just like cleaning this up and painting this yesterday when we were swimming in the pool. All right, let's continue our... A portal. That's funny. All right, I'm gonna come back out. So yeah, still haven't closed the pool, so maybe the lightning is sliding off to our north. That would be good. Hi! That's like magic.
I just appeared.
You did, you just appeared.
Halfway.
So just to continue the point of reference, the main building is back that way. And if you turn to this side, you're going to then come into the Dalmatian section, and a majority of these rooms are preferred. Look at the crepe myrtles. Beautiful. The Dalmatians section. We have stayed here a couple of times. This is another one of Teddy's favorite sections. Not so much mine. Up until the accident I had with Lucy a little over a year ago, actually just about a year ago, when we were attacked by a dog at Airbnb. Before that, the only time I have ever personally been attacked and bit by a dog, I showed up to a babysitting gig when I was a teenager, and it was a Dalmatian that got me. I was a firefighter I was babysitting for, and he had a Dalmatian, and I walked in the house to go do my babysitting gig, and the Dalmatian attacked me and bit me. So I've never really been fond of Dalmatians. Oh, Teddy's in the TV. Let's go see what is on TV tonight. What is on TV? I think it's the Teddy Show. Look, it's the Teddy Show. He's really happy because he just really mastered hopping on one leg, so that's what he's doing. Look, it's Teddy TV.
The end.
The end? Oh, Thank you. Bravo, bravo, bravo. The quiet pool in this resort is located in the Mighty Ducks section. Now this section is actually a section that Mark and I love because we love hockey. So I have stayed in this section. Actually, I think we might have stayed in this section before with Teddy when he was real young. So I don't think he remembers it much, but I think here and too when we were staying in the Dalmatians, I have brought him up to swim in this pool before. There is guest laundry here as well. There's also guest laundry by the Fantasia pool, but there's guest laundry here. Reminder of quiet hours. And I love how these look like, you know, the scoreboard and stuff.
Here's this one now.
And that is the time, 6:07. All right, so here's a good look at one of the masks. It's the icon in this section. Teddy wants me to walk through it like I did the sorcerer's hat. We were patiently waiting. All right, I had to restart it because there is some loop music going on. So this one's pretty cool too. Hockey sticks. And then yes, if you ever were on a second or third floor, they do have elevators here. What is Teddy doing in the bushes? What are you doing, honey? So Mighty Ducks is the end of All-Star Movies. And if you look across, the next section you're seeing actually belongs to All-Star Music. So we are going to turn here and work our way back to the quick service. Wow, the nets here, the goal nets are missing their nets, Teddy. I wonder if they've been painting the goalposts. Yes, normally there is actually nets in place around these staircases, but they have been doing some refurbishment around here. I bet that's what is going on. I bet they're painting those and then they're going to put the nets back up. And just another little look around here. The end of All-Star Movies. Well, maybe we can show them a little bit of the lobby too. Usually the lobby has a lot of music and a lot of people, making it a little difficult to film unless it's like early morning or late night, but we'll see. We're gonna go back and have our last Disney supper for this trip.
You get the movie star.
I get the movie star? Are you my movie star? You are?
Movie Teddy star.
You are?
You got star.
Thank you. I was just explaining to Teddy why Donald's is over the men's section and Daisy's is over the women's. I'm like, what is Daisy? He goes, a girl? I go, that's right. So she would go to the women's room. So other women want to be like the Daisies. Guest laundry. Walking back through Dalmatians and looking at this bench that's the shape of a dog bone. That is so cool. You're sitting on a dog bone. So weather apps are still saying lightning within 7 miles, lightning within 6 miles. However, that's reading out a celebration. But what Disney would be going by when they decide to close pools is they have a weather station here kind of up near Bay Lake. And it would get, you know, it tracks pretty closely of the radar within the bubble of Disney. And the minute they do feel it is within that bubble of like this location specifically, they call into the coordinator probably and have it shut down. Does not look like that is the case. So even though we're seeing lots of warnings on Weather Channel and AccuWeather apps, must not be within the 10 miles of this location because pool is still going. Usually I start with the map, but it just didn't work out that way. So I'm closing, showing you. So here's Cinema Hall. That is your main area. That is where your quick services, your check-in, your bell services, your luggage, all of that. Gift shop. Then out here in front, these are where you'd pick up the buses to go to the Disney parks and Disney Springs, Typhoon Lagoon, Blizzard Beach, all of that. So like we're right here, you are here, and you would turn left to go into our section, Toy Story. And then we walked you way down past the Fantasia pool, up into the Love Bug section. Then we came back, then we went through the Dalmatian section, up around the Mighty Ducks, worked our way back through the Dalmatians, and now back here. So real quick, when you enter, they do have nice arcades in these value resorts. We had a lot of fun. It's similar to what you saw us do over at Cabana Bay. World premiere food court. And down here, the gift shop is off to your right. Going out to catch the buses to go to the parks is straight ahead. Here is your check-in lobby. Comfy chairs. Not sure if I finished my thought on the arcade. You can get an arcade card and load it like we did at Cabana Bay, and then play off the card is what you do. Yeah. I don't know. Looks like it might be an air plant. I don't know, Teddy, honey. There's also, this is where you would find restrooms here in the lobby. So if you're dining in the quick service, you need to come out here to use the restrooms. There's phones. They actually used to have pay phones here, but they have finally, removed those. If you do the fuel rods, you can either purchase a fuel rod here or exchange them. I had one once, but it set off security so much I gave up on it. And comfy chairs if you're waiting for people to use the restroom. And also, you can drop off mail if you need to. Oh, let's close this out. It is really crowded at the quick service right now. A lot of crews coming in, so we just decided grab Teddy what he wanted, and this is the super slice, and they have it in cheese, and I think they have a super slice of pepperoni as well. Teddy wanted the super slice of cheese tonight, so that's what he's going for. I hopped in line to get what I wanted, but the line was so long and moving so slow that Teddy was struggling and trying to sit down in line. So I said, look, honey, I said, we'll pay for yours and we'll get you back in the room comfortable, and I'll maybe mobile order mine and go up and grab it in a while. So let's close it out. Teddy, are you decent? Okay, yes. Let's swing it back to Teddy. What are your final thoughts, sir, on your stay here at Disney's All-Star Movies?
Well, I'm very happy we got this Toy Story section.
Yeah, that you chose that as your top priority when you put in your room options, didn't you?
Yeah. And I like taking a tour.
Okay.
Like going to those going to those giant things, like being on TV.
What was your favorite food item you've had here?
I guess it's about to be T's Pizza.
Over your Mickey waffles?
I love and Mickey waffles.
I was going to say, you have pounded. Yeah.
Second.
You have really pounded down your Mickey waffle meals with your bacon and your tater tots the days we did that.
Red Dog wants to say something.
Oh, hi, Red Dog. Did you enjoy your swim in the Fantasia pool?
I did.
Yeah? Did you find the bus transportation okay from here?
I did.
Yeah? Okay, let's see if there was anything else I could ask you. We didn't use the arcade this visit. We didn't use the gift shop this visit. Didn't use the kiddie splash area because it's under refurb.
Oh, yeah. So let's give that a yellow.
Well, we can give it a yellow. Caution. We didn't really use it, so we can't rate it. Do you want to close it out for me?
I do.
Okay.
Red Dog's gonna close it out.
Okay, Red Dog.
So peace and love, gang. Keep a pencil, and hey, what's next? You never know where Red Dog is gonna be next. See you next event. So bonus clip.
Thank you both. Future Christina here. We actually did get out here on our last night here at the resort and get a really good grounds walk around. So I'm going to do this as just day one here at Disney's All-Star Movies Resort. And then I will come back with a different video that will have just some random footage of what we did on days 2 and 3. So you'll see a few other little activities we did, plus our very good grounds tour. So please stay tuned for the next episode. Peace and love, gang. Keep adventuring, and we will hopefully see you on that next one.